Fellas. Welcome to the first video on this channel. And this is a very niche topic, but it's pertinent to my life, so I'm going to share it. And this topic is specific to people, I guess young men. Okay, here's your frame. Here's your context. Specific to young men, 15 to 25 to fucking 30 maybe, that are going through the self-improvement phase of their life and have now fallen into the vein of learning how to get better with girls. Okay? And you've started doing the pickup thing, okay? You've tried to run some game, you've gone out and, tried to talk to a lot of girls like in one night, got numbers, maybe you got a little bit of success and slept around, and now you've found a girl that you really like. Okay? A mistake. Here's already the climax of the video here, the apex here, and we can go into the little nooks and crannies of this topic, but the mistake is that all of those tactics that you learned from watching those pickup videos and watching fucking live day game sessions and things like that, they do not translate well to a harmonious, loving relationship. At the end of the day, if you are doing pickup, if you are employing tactics like frame control, if you are employing things like escalation, if you are worried about day game, night game, and the different tactics to use depending on the context and scenario, you are manipulating somebody. Now, we could play armchair philosopher here and go into how every human interaction could possibly be spun as a manipulation, but specifically to that initial attraction phase, to those like preliminary dating stages that you learn as like a budding self-improvement guy who's getting into, getting better with girls and pickup, those are manipulation tactics, bar none, end of the day. The way that you text back to somebody, okay, the way that you're only using texting as setting up a date and then like no contact and all that kind of stuff. Those are all manipulation tactics to elicit attraction. But there's a certain threshold where if you start seeing somebody, because we are, at bottom line, end of the day, we are pair bonding mammals, okay? You can look this up. I'll put some links in the description where you can actually reference this. We are pair bonding mammals, and so we do like some degree of monogamy. If you're polyamorous, fuck you. I don't know what to say to you, because this literature says the opposite. And there is a system very deeply wired within our brain that is specifically related to attachment. And you can watch videos on attachment styles and how exactly you show up in those certain things. But when those centers are finally activated, okay, with a long-term relationship with somebody that you are now falling in love with, the game changes. You are no longer a pickup artist. The game has changed. You now have to learn how to do things like compromise. You now have to learn how to do things like manage those platonic situations that will inevitably appear in your relationship. You have to learn the balance of control and give away your frame sometimes. You have to learn emotional vulnerability and showing those, as a man, those parts that make you feel weak, that may, branch off into anger. You have to show those to somebody and bear yourself. You have to take their feelings into consideration. You have to learn how to protect and nurture the relationship. And I personally, and I think I said at the beginning of the video, this is pertinent in my life, I had a hard time coming out of one phase and into the other. I kept thinking that frame control was important 4, 5, 6 months into the relationship. Is it important? I don't know. It doesn't seem to be as important for the initial attraction phase. There's an entirely different skill set related to long-term relationships. If you've never been in one, do not think and you're in this phase of pickup, do not think that it's the same shit when you're in with somebody, when you're in love with somebody, when you're holding somebody near and dear to you. Please don't. Public service announcement for the self-improvement vein of YouTube. Please don't. It's not the same. It's a lot different, a lot deeper, a lot more human and less manipulative if you're attempting to do it correctly. And that's it.